Hey guys, this is a Deadgrinners Customs. Um, just making a quick little video to show you guys how to make a custom uh, Dragon Ball figure for Videl. I put my Great Saiyaman here for scale, like using this is a Dragon Stars figure, and I'm using the DC Girls Supergirl for the base body for Videl, but I'm also using the World Collectible figure head from Videl. Um, she doesn't originally come this way. Like the skirt is more like pronounced and it's more curved down. But Videl, the look I'm going for Videl is when she was in school with Gohan, so I had to cut it straight for the skirt, and then I ended up cutting her legs because her legs were a little too long for her proportions, and she was actually as tall as Gohan, which is kind of weird. But I just heated up the plastic and used X-Acto knife to take about a half an inch or maybe a little bit less from her lower legs, the calves, and now she's as tall as probably Videl would be. I'm gonna use some milliput to, to cover that up and make her legs just a little bit thicker because those legs are really skinny. They're really skinny and really long, which is kind of weird. So I'm gonna make them just a little bit thicker, and then I'm gonna end up painting the shorts and making the gloves, the black gloves, and then just coloring this whole thing white, like to make it like one big shirt. But yeah, like my friend Herman Young was the one who originally was asking me, what kind of base bodies you could use besides SH figure arts and Dragon Stars figures, and there's three options out there. You can always use the Marvel Legends. You could use the WWE Elites or any of the WWE figures really for the women. And then I found the DC Girls, and these in my opinion have better proportions for like this type, like specifically Videl. I don't know how good you would be able to use it. Maybe if you wanted to make like a teen Bulma or like a teen Chi-Chi or something. Although I've seen people use Marvel Legends as the base for those, or maybe you could even make a Kefla, Caulifla, and Kale, with this base, like the DC Girls. There's a bunch of other figures, not just the DC's Supergirl. There's also Harley Quinn and Batgirl and a couple other ones. I just chose this one for the price point. It comes up about $9.99, which is really good. It's almost a steal compared to other. The thing is, if you have a higher budget, yeah, you can go and use what's it called, the SH figure arts, but those go up from like $30 and up, and I don't really have $30 to be wasting on just base bodies. Almost everything I try to get is either between $4.99 to probably max about $20 as far as figures go, because I don't have enough to be able to be making every single one like $50-$60 as of right now. Maybe when I start selling some of these figures out, then I'll have a higher budget to work with, but for now this is what I have to work with. And it's cool because you open up your creativity a lot more. You start looking at things a lot different when you have these kinds of low budgets. But yeah, this is a short little experiment. I hope it goes right. I love this whole time period in the Dragon Ball. Not a lot of people like it. When Gohan was in high school, it was cool because it was peacetime, and you get to see what somebody with powers or the strength of someone like Gohan can do around this time period when there's no super dangers, there's no universal threat. It's just him trying to live his life and trying to make everyone else's life around him better. and that's where he ended up meeting the love of his life, and we end up transitioning from that point to the Majin Buu saga. Especially the first part of the Majin Buu saga it has such underrated fights, and such underrated moments. But yeah, so this was just a quick little video. Again, mostly just to tell you guys how to be able to scale down a figure, because she used to be, I'm telling you, like about maybe even a little bit taller than Gohan. I just cut off like about, like I said, half an inch off the lower legs, and I'm gonna use some milliput to make her legs slightly thicker, just to the proportions can be better, because I mean, this guy's legs, they're kind of thin, but not really when you in comparison to this. But yeah, so hopefully by the next time I show you guys Videl, she'll be more in color with the traditional color scheme that you guys are used to, and she'll look even closer to the base figure that I'm using to actually, I mean the base picture that I'm using to be able to make her. So hopefully I'll have the whole saga from the peace times in Dragon Ball Z. But if you guys like the content, please subscribe, hit the like button, share the video, and make sure to hit that notification bell. And if you guys are watching this in the morning, good morning, and for everybody else, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.